They look harmless. Just shows. Just stories. But what if what you're watching is watching you back in a world where entertainment rules our attention? The enemy has found a new weapon: the screen. What we once called fiction has become a silent sermon of deception, dressed in beauty, humor, and emotion. Every day, millions press play, not realizing that behind the laughter, behind the fantasy, lies a whisper that says, darkness isn't dangerous. It's exciting. But here's the truth no one wants to admit. Evil no longer hides in the shadows. It hides behind bright colors, catchy songs, and stories that slowly numb your spirit. What the world calls art often carries messages that dull your discernment, that twist what is the glamour of darkness at first glance. Wednesday looks innocent enough, a witty, gothic teenager with a sharp mind and a cold sense of humor. She's smart, bold, mysterious, and millions loved her. But what many miss is that Wednesday isn't just a character, she's a symbol of modern fascination with darkness. Her connection to death, psychic visions, and necromancy isn't portrayed as danger, but as empowerment. The show paints occult curiosity as self-discovery, but spiritually, it's a counterfeit light, supernatural power outside of divine authority. In Deuteronomy 18 verses 10 to 12, God warns us clearly, "Let no one be found among you who consults the dead or interprets omens, for whoever does these things is detestable to the Lord." Yet here, such things are shown as gifts, as quirks, as just part of growing up. Millions of young viewers begin to see darkness as beautiful, to believe that power doesn't come from God, but from within. The Umbrella Academy: power without obedience. On the surface, the Umbrella Academy seems like just another superhero drama, a broken family trying to save the world. But beneath the jokes, music, and chaos lies a spiritual message of rebellion. Each character possesses godlike powers, yet they live without guidance, without faith, without purpose. They try to rewrite fate, change timelines, and control destiny. It's not just fiction, it's Lucifer's story retold. I will ascend above the stars of God. I will make myself like the Most High. Isaiah 14 verses 13 to 14. The entire show glorifies self-made salvation, humans rewriting divine order. Apocalypse becomes a game. Prophecy becomes entertainment. This is the subtle deception. That man can fix what only God can heal. That pride can save, that power can redeem. But true power without obedience leads to chaos, just as it did in heaven when pride was born. And that's what makes the Umbrella Academy spiritually dangerous. It makes rebellion look heroic. It teaches that brokenness is strength and holiness is weakness. C.S. Lewis once wrote, "The safest road to hell is the gradual one, the gentle slope, soft underfoot." And that's exactly what this show is, a gentle slope where spiritual rebellion is wrapped in K-pop demon hunters, the devil in disguise, bright lights, fun music, animated action. On the surface, K-pop demon hunters looks like harmless entertainment, teenagers fighting evil with style and rhythm. But look deeper. The show blurs the line between good and evil. It introduces the idea of friendly demons, spirits that can be used, tamed, or turned into allies. It's the same deception since the beginning, that darkness can be managed, that evil can serve good. In this colorful world, demonic power becomes a tool, not a threat. And that's the danger, because the moment you begin to befriend what you should resist, your heart begins to normalize it. The Bible reminds us in Ephesians 6 verse 12, "Our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the powers of this dark world." But when your favorite show turns spiritual warfare into the gospel of self-divinity in the chilling adventures of Sabrina, rebellion is no longer wrong, it's a virtue. Witchcraft isn't demonic, it's empowering. Sabrina literally signs her name in the book of the beast, and the audience cheers for her courage. What used to be condemned as witchcraft is now sold as feminism and freedom. But freedom without truth is just another kind of bondage. The message is simple. Break the rules, follow your heart, and you'll find your power. But spiritually, that's a trap, because the heart without God leads to destruction. Proverbs 14 verse 12, "There is a way that seems right to a man, but in the end it leads to death." Then there's The Sandman, poetic, intelligent, visually stunning, and theologically dangerous. It builds a universe without God where divine beings exist, but no creator above them. Dream, death, desire, all godlike, yet morally gray. It's not just fantasy. It's a rewrite of creation. A world where man becomes the ultimate storyteller, the author of reality itself. It whispers the oldest lie: you can create your own truth. But truth isn't created, it's revealed. Evil rebranded, darkness made lovable, and finally Lucifer, the devil himself, rebranded as charming, handsome, and misunderstood. He's no longer the enemy of souls, just a witty, heartbroken anti-hero looking for love. He helps the police. He cracks jokes. He feels pain. And before you realize it, the viewer begins to sympathize with the devil. That's the most dangerous transformation of all, when evil becomes relatable. Because Satan's greatest weapon isn't horror, it's charm. He doesn't want to scare you. He wants you to like him. And once you do, you stop resisting him. This show doesn't glorify open Satanism, it glorifies confusion. It whispers, maybe he's not so bad. Maybe God was too harsh. That seed of doubt is the same one planted in Eden, the first deception. Did God really say Lucifer isn't just a story? It's a symbol of how modern culture redeems rebellion and mocks righteousness. It tells you that sin just needs therapy, not repentance. But these shows may look different: comedy, fantasy, action, drama, but they all serve one spirit: the spirit of deception. The devil doesn't always roar. Sometimes he entertains. He doesn't have to drag you into darkness, he just needs you to stop noticing the light. We live in a world where our eyes have become altars, and what we watch is the offering we place upon them. Every show you play, every movie you absorb, it shapes your spirit. Entertainment is not neutral. It either feeds your faith or starves it. So ask yourself, when was the last time something you watched made you hunger for holiness? When was the last time you felt peace after binging a dark show? If you've ever felt heaviness, confusion, or fear afterward, that's not random. That's your spirit reacting to what it just consumed. But there's good news. You can close the door. What you renounce, heaven redeems. What you surrender, God restores. Father in heaven, I come to you with an open heart. Forgive me for every doorway I've opened to darkness through what I've watched or entertained. Cleanse my home, my mind, and my eyes. I close every spiritual gate that was open